What's up, beautiful people, to another episode of Don't Keep Up, Don't Keep Up, Don't Keep Up with the Joneses. It's me, Rickey Jones. We also have the also lovely
Chrystle Jones.
back again for another video, and this one is all about things that we had to make adjustments to while living here in Johannesburg, South Africa. What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up with the Joneses. 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 We are now 1 month in.
Yeah.
Great people. We are 1 month in. Chrystle did an awesome 1 month video recap of all the various things that has happened.
Yeah, 60 seconds. So you can take the time to check it out. It's on our shorts.
Hello. And so, you know what I'm saying? We here. And we made some adjustments. We've done some things even with the channel. It's now, the name has been changed to the Jones Family Channel just to make things a whole lot easier and findable for people, because we were like DKUJ and it stands for Don't Keep Up with the Joneses, and they were getting caught up in the name and lost in the sauce when trying to find it. So just to make things a whole lot easier, as you are sharing this channel with others, all you have to say is look for the Jones Family Channel, and ours will pop up. And with that, make sure that they subscribe as you subscribe, as we are on our way to 50,000 subscribers by the end of this year, okay? And we have a giveaway that we will do once we meet that number. However, let's talk about things that we have to make adjustments to.
Yes.
Because there's people that's making this move, people that are considering making the move, people that are visiting, thinking about making a move, and we want to be able to help you to do that more smoothly. So the first thing is driving on the other side. I get so many questions about what is it like driving on the other side, how long did it take for you to make the adjustment, how are you all faring with it? And I must say, after 3 days of driving on the other side, you're adjusted to driving on the other side, because again, those things, it just makes sense, right? The steering wheel is on the right side, you drive on the left side, so it's just a flipping of what you're accustomed to and used to. One of the hardest things I'm gonna say you'll have to mentally make adjustments to is the blinker being on the right side. Because in the States, you're just used to being on the left, and so when you're trying to make lane changes, you may hit it on the left side, and then your windshield wipers are gonna go, right? And then you're like, oh snap, let me make the adjustment. And so that's the main thing I must say. But after 3 days, you'll be good to go as far as what is it like driving on the left side, boom shakalaka. However, while driving, you just be mindful of the taxis, because the taxis gonna do what the taxis wanna do. However, driving, you're good to go.
Yeah, I mean, and I only drive very short distances.
But you've done it.
But for me, it's easy. Maybe again because I only drive short distances, and I would say even too, some things seem a little smoother.
Okay.
Being on the opposite side of the road, so
that's cool.
Maybe the rest of the world had something in mind when they decided to do the way they did it.
Wow.
So yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Even exiting off the interstate, you do it on the left side as opposed to the right side. So I mean, it all flows and works well. I must say, if you are looking to move here and drive here, make sure your license is up to date with years out, right? So I did renew my license right before we came out here, so I have plenty enough time, because that's all you need to drive here in Johannesburg is a valid driver's license. So make sure you have some years before it expires, or else you're going to be driving back, or not driving back, flying back to whatever state you came from to be able to renew your license. So yeah, that's a little tip. But nonetheless, the second one, my dear.
Yes, we've had to adjust to places closing early. So things close much earlier here, maybe 4 o'clock sometimes, 6 o'clock, 7. But things close early. I don't know about any 24-hour store. I went and got some medicine just for if the kids had a fever, they have it. They've been totally fine. But I was like, let me get this, because as a parent, normally you don't deal with fevers till the middle of the night. You're running to the Walmart 24 hours.
Correct.
You would not have that option here.
Nah.
So I was like, let me have this just in case anything comes up. They get a little cold or something, because stuff just don't be open late like that. And so we've had to make the adjustment of planning ahead when it comes to cooking meals, when it comes to making sure I have all the snacks for kids for the next day for school. Just anything like that. Just even yesterday, we were leaving from dinner and somewhere we were coming late lunch. we were coming from, and I was like, I did not make it to the grocery store. I am not going to make it to the grocery store. It's just not going to happen because it's going to close.
And what time was it at that time you were thinking that?
I was thinking that probably at like 5 something.
Right. And just to give you all perspective, like a little after 5, you're thinking, oh snap, I didn't make it to the grocery store.
Yeah.
I'm out of luck for the rest of the day. And so much so, like, it was at that time, I was like, okay, I'm going to go over there real quick. So, like, I'm rushing there, hoping that it's open because I just didn't know. I didn't know when it closed. And I believe it was 6 o'clock when it actually did close. So I was able, like, to calm down and to look for different things that we were looking to get. But nonetheless, like, that is a real
6 or
thing.
7. You're not running out the house at 10 o'clock at night. Like, let me go to the store real fast.
No.
What store?
Especially the weekend, right? Like, Saturday, you're thinking things are going to be open later because people are off. But no. No, people want to get off.
Right.
Including the people at the grocery stores.
Some stuff closed at 2, 3.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah, so you gotta... We went to a car dealership even, and they were closing. It was 5 o'clock and they were closing.
And it was during the week. And it's like, man, like, in the States, car dealerships stay open later because people get off of work and then go to the car dealerships. Well, no, I guess people here take off to go to their dealership and handle their business. Because, I mean, you're not going to be able to get evening services at the car dealership because they're going to close.
Yeah, stuff closes earlier, so we're definitely adjusting to that.
Very true. Very true. All right, great people. So number 3 is not getting things shipped here. Now, we've had a gracious family member back in the States that has sent us a care package that we're still waiting for. She sent it many moons ago, and we are still waiting for it. And so I say that to say, people that are living in Johannesburg that maybe moved from the States, let us know what postal service that you've used to ship things from the States to Johannesburg. Like, we do need that information, or else we'll be like asking people to bring things when they do visit. But nonetheless, like, that's a thing. And even to like different things that she bought back at home, or back in the States, that it's like, okay, I had it shipped back there, but now I need to ship over here because people don't ship things over here, right? And so, like, it's a task. But I mean, you could talk more about that.
Yeah, I know. Like, my mom, she has some things that she needs to send me because a skincare line I like to use, they don't ship here, so I shipped it to her so she could ship it to me. So she's like Googling, trying to figure out, okay, what's going to be the best postal service to send when it arrives. And I'm like, Mom, I don't want to wait 3 weeks to be able to get my stuff. Like, so she's trying to figure out, okay, what's the best way, or, just the adjustment of not being able to get it shipped directly to me where I am. And even though, like, we live in an apartment, they're like, no, it's best to not ship stuff straight to your apartment. Like, you want to find a nearby post office and have it sent there. That's the best way to make sure it guarantees to get to you, not to have them trying to send it to your unit. Like, so even those are different things that just having to adjust to, because I'm used to just showing up at my door. And I walk outside and I grab it. I know they said there's something called Take a Lot.
Yes, we still have to take advantage.
Yeah, I went on there and I was scrolling, looking at like braiding hair and different stuff. And so even then, just like you have to pay the duties or the tariffs or whatever with it coming. And so just looking at those things versus, again, like Amazon, I could order it and it'll be here later today if I want it. Or, maybe 2 days at the most. But even on Take a Lot, it's like, oh, it'll be there in 2 weeks. I'm like, wait, what? Like, so you have to really plan. You can't just be thinking, oh, I'm going to order this today and get it tomorrow. No, it's going to take some time. I ordered some sets from Fashion Nova. I was like, oh, yay, they deliver here. But, they're like, yeah, we have a sale. Order by noon. Get it tomorrow. Unless you're in South Africa, get it in 3 weeks. Okay.
And then it's just what we were accustomed to, right? In the States, we're used to things coming fast. And now we're, again, having to realize patience. We're having to realize things going to take a little bit longer. And it's an adjustment. Like the title of the video. Things that we had to make adjustments for while living in Johannesburg. And I haven't even tried, like, as it's been said in other videos, I was the Amazon king, and I haven't even tried, like, it's just, I just been going to the stores.
We are going to do a take-a-lot order, though, because there's certain things that I do want to get, and so I'm like, okay, we'll do a video where we do our first take-a-lot order, see how long it takes, and what we get, and all that type of stuff, because there's certain stuff I just, you know, you get so used to grabbing it from Amazon or whatever for the house, and you can filter exactly what you're looking for to get it easily. And so, you know, we'll look on there, see how it is.
But it's an adjustment. It's an adjustment at the end of the day. And again, let us know what services ships from the States to Johannesburg within a month.
Less. I want a week. I want my stuff in a week.
You know, and you're hearing the differences of opinions. You know, so I'm open for a month. It is what it is. And if it could come in a week, bam, 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 just like that. But nonetheless,
shout out to Assad.
Always.
But yeah, so another thing is the water is making my skin so dry. So I'm having to adjust to that. Honestly,
it's a we thing. It's a family thing.
Back in the States, I didn't put lotion on every day. Like, I just didn't. I didn't need to. I have to put lotion on here, or my skin is literally so dry it itches. So you can drink the water.
It's good water. Good water.
But your skin is like, it's ashy. We are constantly trying to battle ash, trying to find lotion that is sufficient for the skin that is so dry. So that there.
It's a thing. We have like 3 different types of Vaselines, right? And we've been just going through the 3 of them just to figure out it's a, you know, get away so that our skin can be nice and moisturized.
Yes.
And sometimes you have to apply twice a day. Like it's a thing.
Yes.
But to Crystle's point, the water is good. The water is drinkable, cookable, all those things. Like there's not a filtration process or anything that we have to do beyond what comes out of the faucet. However, when it hits the skin,
dry.
Depletion of all moisturization, but it's all good, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a part of the process, but definitely be on the lookout for that as you make your voyage over. And so the next thing, great people, is that school gets out very early here.
Yes, the middle of the day.
Literally 12:30, sometimes 1 o'clock, sometimes 1:30 if it's a long day. Okay, you heard me correctly. A long day is 1:30, and school starts like around 7:30. So it's the same back in the States. Like back in the States, school started at 7:30, and the bell would ring around like 2:15, right? And so you had to like 3 to get the kids, and so like that was like that was what was understanding, but like midday, 12:30.
Most days it ends at like 12:30.
How are people doing that? Like how do you sustain a life and doing that as well? Now, granted, people live on another level here in South Africa. Don't miss the situation, right? We've noticed people with help living with them, picking their kids up. People live flashy and nice lifestyles here. Like, don't get it misconstrued. It's very wealthy people in Johannesburg, South Africa. So, you know, you get to see all those various things. However, school gets out very early, and we've been trying to figure out what's really going on, right? And like right now there's holiday, which means the kids are out of school. So it's like, what are you doing with your kids?
For 2 weeks.
Like we've been asking different parents at birthday parties we've been invited to, what are you doing? Oh, we're gonna go to Durban for a week. Oh, we're gonna go this, we're gonna go that. Oh. Excuse me, we didn't get the memo that people out here taking trips like that. You know what I'm saying? But
I wanted to take a trip.
We'll
be planning a trip.
She always wants to take a trip. And it's like, oh, okay. Let me scrape up a few coins and see what we can do. But I mean, it's cool just to like experience it all. But it is an adjustment, right? It's not like, oh, what was back then or back there is what's here. No, it's different. Y'all, how do you do it? Okay, let us know in the comments. Say, how do parents do it in Johannesburg, South Africa?
And I would say, like, definitely they have the 2-week break because they have the year-round school. So that's definitely an adjustment. Them getting out at 12:30, that's an adjustment. They have like holding, so your kids can just either do aftercare or they can just kind of wait at the school, do their homework and sit and stuff until the parents can come or whoever's picking them up. But to me, it speaks to the family culture that is important here.
Gotcha.
And I really like that. I'm like, man, like, we're getting to spend a lot of time with our kids. Obviously, the nature of our work has changed as well. But we're getting to spend more time with our kids, and with things closing early and stuff like that, it forces you be with your family.
It does.
And so I actually really like that.
Correct. We do enjoy that.
So, yeah, like I said, I'm definitely looking forward to, we get our coins together when as the Lord provides.
Yes, indeed.
We'll be able to take the opportunity to take these various vacations and mini trips with the kids and spend this extra time with them, because it does matter. Family is very important to us.
Very
and so
true.
This is a good adjustment.
It's
an adjustment, but it's a good adjustment that we're making to be able to just really spend more time with the kids, because where they're not going to be is sitting at school all day.
No, they don't. No, the school doesn't allow that.
No. School going to close. So that ain't it.
Ella, they told us at a certain time, your kids will be sitting at the curb waiting for you.
And no one will be watching them.
We were like, oh, y'all really mean what you say.
Because they're getting off.
Hello, don't worry, we're going to get our kids. We're not going to have our kids there late and by themselves, because they are young and little and all those things. But yeah, real adjustment.
So the other thing that we definitely are adjusting to is how early it gets dark outside.
Yeah.
So it gets dark probably by like 5:30. I feel like the sun is going down.
It's going down by 5:30.
And then by 6 o'clock it's like dark outside. And so it feels so much later than it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do the time change. So in the States, you spring forward and you fall back. The time changes and all of that. But here, So I know the time is going to be changing soon in the States, so we won't be 6 hours ahead, we'll be 7 hours ahead, because they're going to fall back.
Mm-hmm.
And so, they have the time changes, they don't have it here. And so if it's dark, it's dark.
Yeah.
And if it's light, it's light. And the crack of dawn comes very early in the morning. You're going to wake up, you're going to get to your day.
Hello.
And so, that's definitely an adjustment, though.
Yeah.
We're just having to remind ourselves. They're like, oh, it's dark. The kids got to get ready for bed. Wait, no, it's 6 o'clock. Y'all are good.
Correct.
We're having to make that adjustment.
Yeah, and even to the point, of stores closing and things, it's like, okay, it's in a cycle of life, right? The stores are closing when it's dark outside, in a sense. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. And so when it's dark, we know, okay, let's come inside, as opposed to before, it may get dark around 8 o'clock. And so you still have time to be out and about, to be outside, to be playing with the kids and things like that. However, no, we getting inside. If it's dark outside, we getting inside. Yeah. Okay, where the light is, because it may be load shedding. A number of things could be happening that would call for us to be inside. But to Chrystle's point that she said, it just calls for us to spend more time together as a unit. And so it all works out at the end of the day. However, the darkness is going to find you by 6 o'clock.
Yes.
Know that, believe that, because that's what it is. And so you just live your life accordingly. But then the next point, great people, is that the weather. The weather in Johannesburg is different, okay? We came a month ago. It was extremely cold for us. Yeah. Right? When we came. And now it's a wave. It's a roller coaster, right? Some days, hello. Some days it's hot. The next day it could be cold, right? And we're from Florida, which for those that don't know, Florida is hot 9.5 times out of 10. Yes. It is what it is. It's hot, it's humid, and that's what it's gonna be for the whole day. However, here in Johannesburg, it could be cool in the morning, warm during the day, cool/cold at night. And it's like, man, how do you dress for that? How do you prepare for that? And when is it just gonna be consistently a temperature? Yeah. And I would say even the cool, warm, cool, that's something that you're used to in a spring or a fall temperature. We're going into spring now. Yeah, we're in spring.
But we have cold, hot, cold. It's extremes. And I think that's the true adjustment here. Wait, no, we're not talking about, just throw on a light little sweater. No, yesterday somebody had on a whole scarf and a jacket and everything. Because the temperature went from, man, I can wear a tank top to literally, I need a coat. Yeah. It's cold, hot, cold. And so that's the
adjustment that is necessary for living here and operating, right? Because I mean, now that we're here, we're out a lot.
Yeah.
And so being out, you just have to prepare. Like I had on long sleeves and shorts one day with a jacket because I mean, just have to be able to be versatile. But just know that, which I've been told, and we've been told that people that have come here then has gone to Durban and said, man, we love the temperature and weather in Durban because it's a more tropical type weather and it's warmer for the majority of the day, and the day is there, so they'll go and stay there. They'll go and live there, which we haven't been there yet, so we haven't experienced it. But nonetheless, like, I can get why people say, I don't want to deal with the cold that Johannesburg has to offer, so let me go to Durban, let me go to Cape Town, because they don't deal with that. So, you know, it's adjustment for us. We're not cold people. We love warm weather. We're used to warm weather, so it's an adjustment.
Yeah, but I'm like, okay, I get to extend my little blazer season for a little while longer, so
yeah,
I'll take that as the wind.
There it is. Find your wind, because you got to.
The next adjustment is the banking.
Yes, indeed.
Y'all, we have bank account.
Yeah, and it has us.
I have no idea how to use it. I've basically committed to not figuring it out.
Yeah.
I don't. It's just like, and it's interesting because they're very proud of the banking system here.
Which it can do a lot.
Rightfully so, because it can do so much.
Yep.
It's very integrated in what they do. Yes, very robust.
Yeah.
But sometimes stuff do so much, it's like, this is too much. If you weren't born into it, it's like trying to figure it out is like what is happening.
It's like getting an Android when you've been used to Apple.
Yes. And so they're like, no, but all the features, and it's like, but all I want to do is like use my money. I
want to see it, I want to use it, and I want to tell it where to go.
Right. And I would say like that's an adjustment. How it functions is an adjustment. But also, most things are put on a debit here. So, like, your mortgage, your rent, your power bill, like, it is an automatic debit. Y'all know in the States, we debating until the last minute if we even finna give you this money. Like, nah, not here. As soon as you sign that phone contract, as soon as you sign that apartment lease, like, whatever you're signing, whatever you're doing, immediately. And so we need the routing number that connects your account to our account. Because it will automatically be coming out. Period. On the day we said it's due, ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
No.
So
have the money in the account. Because we gonna debit the account.
We did. So like that is something that's definitely, I would say, a major adjustment for people, especially that, again, you're from the States and you like, oh, let me, you know, try to just pay this a little late this month or whatever. First of all, don't do that. My daddy always said, pay people what you own. But, you know, figure it out. But, like, if that's your thought process, like, oh, I can pay this a little late this month or that a little late this month, you're not doing that in Johannesburg.
You're not.
They got your routing number.
Yeah.
And they gonna get their money.
Yeah. Leave that thought behind.
Period.
Leave that thought behind. Don't come here if you're trying to figure it out or you try to make ends meet on a daily basis. Don't do that. Because to her point, it's coming out. And you're going to look for it and it's gone. Then what you going to do?
Coming out.
It's either it's going to be gone or it's going to be negative. Hello.
Listen.
But the song is going to be
I don't even know how the negative situation works here. I don't know if that's an option. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Yeah. What I do know is they're going to connect their account to your account and they're going to get their money.
That's the truth. And those ATMs be popping. Like, the lines are like the club. Like, you know, and I get it because you can do so much at the ATM. So, which is why I'm sure the queue, they call it the queue. You know what I'm saying? Let me work on my South African terms. The queue.
Vernacular.
The queue can be long. And I'm like, man, look at this. Like 10 people in the queue for an ATM. Yeah. But again, you could do so much at the ATM physically or the app itself. And so, I mean, who knows what they're doing. But the people are waiting, so, you know what I'm saying? That is what it is. But the banking system, you'll find out when you get here because everybody has their own experiences. Yeah. But nonetheless, the plugs, so you can hit that one too.
Yeah, the plugs. Oh my gosh. So the plugs are an adjustment here. I know somebody asked me to show them a plug, and I think I did. But basically, it looks different. Yeah. They have 3 prongs, so you have to get an adapter. This is really the thing. Adapters, yes, it's an adjustment, but that's not even the biggest thing. I went to the store here in South Africa, and I bought a hair dryer and I bought a curling iron. I come home and I still need an adapter, but I bought it here. So that's an adjustment.
Yeah.
You know, if you're in the States and you're buying things, you don't need an adapter for things that you buy in the States.
Makes sense. That's why we left some things back in the States, because we knew it wasn't going to plug up here.
But if I knew I would have needed an adapter anyway, I might have would have just bought it, because again, I bought these hair appliances and then I still had to buy adapters. So that's something you just have to get used to. Like with the plugs here, you may just need an adapter. Even if you bought it here, you may need an adapter, because that's just what it is. The plug that I had, it still didn't look like the one from the U.S. I think they said it's one like from the U.K. or something. But either way, they're obviously importing various appliances.
Yeah.
And so you may still need adapters, and they have a whole rack of them to choose from to go with whatever it is that you're needing it for. So the plugs, that's different. Having to adjust to that, having to adjust to the fact that there's no plug in the bathroom, because, you know, they're like, there's water in the bathroom, but there's plugs in the kitchen, and there's water in the kitchen, so make it make sense. Yeah. I don't know.
You know, fun times, good times. Fun times, good times.
Adjusting to doing our hair in the kitchen, where the plugs are, that's a thing, because in the States, you do your hair in the bathroom.
And they say here a lot of people do their hair in the bedroom, which is cool. It's just an investment. We'll have to figure it out.
Yeah.
And shouts out to Macro. I have to shout out Macro, because they do have a lot of extensions and adapters and things. We needed one for the kitchen, and so it was able to, because we had like the Nespresso and the frother scenario, and you have to like unplug one to plug in the other. So now we have the extension to do 2-in-1, and so it was a neat little situation. And it has like the surge protector. So, you know, we making do. We figuring it out. We learning and we growing. However, it's an adjustment for those that are coming here. So definitely be on the lookout for that.
Adjusting to the plugs.
Yeah. I ran off on the plug twice. But nonetheless, last but not least, for me, an adjustment is watching sports. I am a football fanatic, and I may venture one day say I was a football fanatic, because the opportunity to watch football has gone down. In a sense of like the NFL, I cannot watch any of the games live. I can only watch highlights after the games, because I can't figure out a way to watch them live. I've tried various cable providers and things like that. Streaming. They don't reach out here, right? And college games I've been able to catch, thankfully, to YouTube, right? I was debating whether or not I wanted to say how, but it's not me doing it. So, hey, I've been able to catch some of the college games on YouTube live, so thankfully for that, because I'm a huge college football fan.
Shuts down the whole house on Saturdays. He would be like, we're not doing anything, we're not going anywhere.
I'm not.
Right. He's just watching the football. Everybody else is invisible. But now, thankfully, because of the time difference and stuff, even when he's ready to zone all the way out, like, it's the end of the day and stuff. So
6 p.m., you know what I'm saying? Cause
I appreciate this adjustment.
Because games start back in the States at 12 noon, right? And so 6 here is when I start to, you know what I'm saying, get my little area ready, get my pizza ready, my soda, all that good stuff. And so, you know, it's an adjustment. But to Chrystle's point, it is for the better. In the respect of family time, we do get more of that. And so we're able to knock out things by the time it gets dark. I'm like, hey, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Let's go and get to the house. And so maybe the darkest...
And most things are closing anyway by then, so it's fine.
That's it. So it's a beautiful adjustment that's beneficial to my football experience, right? And the family experience nonetheless. But I will say that, and I haven't been here during the NBA season, so people that are into the NBA, I don't know the situation. When it does come up, I'll let you know. However, just know, the NFL live will not be a thing that you'll be able to experience thus far that I've been able to experience. So,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Just think on those things as you are considering making the move to specifically Johannesburg, South Africa. But I'm sure that extends around the world, because, I mean, it is what it is. I don't know why they would be specific to here as opposed to not being able to stream. So,
yeah. And I was trying to think, you know, people like the different shows and stuff. I don't really watch a lot of TV, so I can't really chime in. People, they like the This Is Us, and I don't know if people are even still watching that. I don't know.
Shows, but even on Netflix, right? Like Blacklist. I love the show Blacklist. That's not available here, and even with the VPN, that's not available. So it's shows wise as well. Various adjustments that you have to make, and it is what it is, right? But in the lack of not being able to watch TV so much, you get the opportunity to go out and to explore and to be with your family and to meet new friends and to meet new people, and that's what we get the ability to do here. So much so, we didn't even get a TV, right? Because we don't want to focus our attention to the chair and a watching box, right? Viewing box, watching box, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe eventually we would get one, but we don't have one. We don't miss it when we have family movie night. We just watch it like on our laptop. Yeah. But we're enjoying outside. There's so much to do, and there's so many places you can take your kids with you that it's like
that's true.
It's fine.
Right.
It's honestly fine.
It's honestly fine, and you'll be fine. And so, saying all that to say, don't move here with the idea of I'm gonna be secluded in a box by myself. Move here with the intention and the idea of let me explore, see what's out there, see what opportunities present themselves. That's why we're at the mall so much. That's why we're out and about so much. Because there's so many different things that you can do, explore, and experience that being in a home, you don't get that. So be out, get out. You have to pay a tax to get your TV anyway. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, get out, explore. South Africa is beautiful. Johannesburg is great. There are minor adjustments that you have to make, but it far undermines or just the experiences that you get super exceeds the adjustments that you have to make. So get out there and explore.
Yeah, the adjustments, like you said, they're minor.
Boom.
So it's worth it.
Boom.
It's worth it.
Roll with it, great people. So, with that being said, we love you all. We appreciate you all. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already done so thus far. We would greatly appreciate it. It costs you nothing, but we appreciate it tremendously as we are on our way to 50,000 subscribers. And we will get there by the end of this year.
And I wanted to say, too, don't be afraid to reach out to us. Even as we grow in subscribers, we are people.
Yeah.
We love people. And so we value and we appreciate each of you. We try our best to make sure we're responding to all of the comments and things like that because we do genuinely care, and we never want to have so many subscribers. We never wanted to be the perception that we have so many subscribers that we're out of reach. I don't care. Once we get to 1 million subscribers, still hit us up.
That's it.
Yes,
we here for the people.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So well said, my dear. Well said. And I hope you receive it well. So until the next video, which is tomorrow, we'll see you, great people. Love you all. Peace.